Welcome to Middle School Academic Derby. I'm Brent Anderson, and I'll be your moderator for today's match between the Panthers from Hunters Creek Middle School and the Colts from Southwest Middle School. We're going to get started by introducing our teams, and let's get started with our team from Hunters Creek Middle School, coached by Jeffrey Ardito.
My name is Lucas Joliker, and I'm in the 7th grade.
My name is Maya Pena, and I'm in the 6th grade.
Brevin Brill, 8th grade.
Cassidy Roberts, 8th grade.
And now our team from Southwest Middle School, coached by Robin Hunt.
Ian Lehman, 7th grade.
Kaden Ramirez, 6th grade.
Aiden Cannon, 8th grade. Thomas Dowler, 8th grade.
Now, in our first round, we're going to ask 7 questions to each team. If the first team doesn't answer, the second team will have a chance at the same question. After the first team has heard all their questions and had a chance to answer, the second team will have the same opportunity. We begin our first round with our team on the top row, and that is Southwest Middle School. So go ahead, get ready, guys. Your first question is a geography question. What country owned the state of New Mexico from the 1820s until the United States got it in the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo? Aiden.
Spain.
No, incorrect. Hunters Creek? All right, nobody there. Mexico. Mexico is what we're looking for there. All right, our next question, Southwest, is an English question. What punctuation mark consists of a period on top of a comma? All right, Hunters Creek. Lucas.
Colon, or semicolon.
Got to go with the first answer you gave, which was colon. That's incorrect. It is a semicolon, but you gave us colon first, so no answer on that one. All right, our next question, Southwest, is a music question. He originally dedicated his 3rd symphony to Napoleon Bonaparte. Name this legendary German composer of the Moonlight Sonata, who knew some 25 years before his death that he was already going deaf. Ian.
Beethoven.
Beethoven is correct. All right, your next question is a trivia question. The official state fossil of South Dakota is what dinosaur that gets its name from the 3 large horns on its head? Lucas.
Triceratops.
Triceratops is correct. We have an ancient history question for you now, Southwest. In ancient Greece, what term is used to describe governments like Athens and Sparta that combined local functions like police work with national functions like fighting wars and making coins? Hunters Creek? All right. That is a city-state, a city-state. All right, next we have another English question for you, Southwest. What word appears at the end of a reflexive pronoun used when the subject of a sentence is the same as its object? Hunters Creek. All right, it is self or selves. Self or selves. All right, and our final question for the first round for you, Southwest, is a math question. So go ahead and get your pencil and paper ready. I will read the question twice, and you have some extra time to come up with an answer. Give the prime factorization of the number 108. Again, give the prime factorization of the number 108. Okay, no Hunters Creek? All right, the prime factorization, 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3 would be the prime factorization on that. All right, and that was your last question, Southwest, for that first round. We're going to move now to Hunters Creek for your first question, which is a literature question. At its title character's christening, the evil fairy Caraboss curses her to die on her 16th birthday, a curse only partly reversible by the Lilac Fairy. Name this Tchaikovsky ballet, based on a fairy tale, whose second act features the prince awakening Princess Aurora. Brevin.
Sleeping Beauty.
That is correct. All right, in Hunters Creek, your next question is a science question. 1 year on Earth is about equal to how many years on Mars? Southwest. Aiden.
400.
No, 2 is we're looking for there, 2 years. All right, next we have a U.S. President's question for you, Hunters Creek. U.S. President Andrew Jackson has what southern state's capital city named for him? All right, Southwest. All right, Andrew Jackson, that'd be Jackson, Mississippi. Next, we have an English question for you, Hunters Creek. If you lift something up, you may raise it. What similar word is used when something lifts itself up, such as when bread expands and gets higher, a balloon goes up in the air by itself, or the sun comes up in the morning? Brevin.
Ascends.
No, that's incorrect. Southwest. Aiden.
Rising.
Rising or rise would be correct. Okay. All right, we have a math question for you now, Hunters Creek. So pencil and paper ready, and we'll read the question twice, and you have some extra time to come up with the answer. Calculate the equation of the line in slope-intercept form that runs through the point -2, -11, and has a slope of 3. Again, calculate the equation of the line in slope-intercept form that runs through the point -2, -11, and has a slope of 3. All right, nobody there, Southwest, anybody? All right, the equation is y equals 3x minus 5. All right, we have a biblical history question for you now, Hunters Creek. In the last hours of Jesus' life, he was excited, this person was excited to meet Jesus, hoping to see a miracle. But Jesus neither talked to him nor performed a miracle. Name this ruler in Jerusalem. Southwest. Aiden.
Adam.
No, Herod. Herod was the ruler. All right, and our final question for our first round is a science question for you, Hunters Creek. For water, it is 212 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius. Name this temperature point at which liquid starts turning to vapor. Brevin.
Boiling.
Be more specific. Okay, Southwest. Aiden?
Boiling point.
Boiling point is what we were looking for there. Okay. All right, and that is our final question for that round. We'll be right back with our score after this break.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to Middle School Academic Derby. After our first round, the score is Southwest 6 and Hunters Creek 4. We're going to move now into our bonus round where either team may buzz in and answer the question. If the question is answered correctly, there will be 4 bonus questions asked in which the answer must be given to the captain of the team. We have some new team members, so let's introduce them now, beginning with Hunters Creek Middle School.
Brandon Barnett, 8th grade.
Joshua Fairley, 8th grade.
Dion Frederick, 7th grade.
And now Southwest Middle School.
Gabrielle Barnes, 6th grade. Frank Robotham, 7th grade.
Mackenzie Bulworth, 8th grade.
Sully Brown, 8th grade.
All right. Now, Joshua, you're the captain for your team, and Mackenzie, you're the captain for your team. All right, let's get started. Our first question is a U.S. state capitals question. Name the 2 U.S. state capitals whose names end in the letters IA. All right, nobody there. Those 2 capitals are Columbia and Olympia, South Carolina and Washington State. Next, our next toss-up question is a math question. So pencil and paper ready. And just like we did in our first round, we'll read the question twice and you have some extra time to come up with the answer. How much interest would a borrower pay back to the bank at the end of 3 months on a $1,000 loan at the interest rate of 6% a year compounded quarterly? Again, how much interest would a borrower pay back to the bank at the end of 3 months on a $1,000 loan at the interest rate of 6% a year compounded quarterly? Joshua.
$15.
That is correct. All right, Hunters Creek, here are your 4 bonus questions. They are all math questions, so I'll read through them one time, and then I will come back and read through them again. All right? Number 1, what is the decimal representation of 4.5%? Number 2, in reduced form, what is the fractional equivalent of 37.5%? Number 3, how many minutes is 25% of 4 hours and 20 minutes? And number 4, 40% of what number is 2? So let me repeat those again. Number 1, what is the decimal representation of 4.5%? Number 2, in reduced form, what is the fractional equivalent of 37.5%? Number 3, how many minutes is 25% of 4 hours and 20 minutes? And number 4, 40% of what number is 2? Whenever you're ready, Joshua.
For number 1, we have nothing. For number 2, we have nothing. For number 3, we have 65 minutes. And for number 4, we have 5.
And number 3 and number 4 were both correct. Okay, Mackenzie, anything for number 1 or number 2?
No.
Okay. Number 1 was 0.045, and number 2 is 3/8. 3/8. All right, next toss-up question is a literature question. What is the title of the famous nonsense poem by Lewis Carroll that begins, "'Twas brillig"? Mackenzie.
The Night Before Christmas.
No, I'm afraid that's incorrect. Jabberwocky. Jabberwocky is what we're looking for there. All right. Next, we have a Greek trivia question for you. Which of the following identifies Morpheus's father, the Greek god of sleep, who is identified with the Roman god Somnus? Is it Asclepius, Helios, Lemnos, or Hypnos? Maya.
Hypnos.
Hypnos is correct. All right, Hunters Creek, here are your 4 bonus questions. Identify each of the following words derived from the name of the Greek god of sleep and beginning with the letter H. Number 1, adjective meaning causing sleep, or a noun meaning any agent causing sleep. Number 2, a noun meaning a state resembling sleep but induced by a person trained to make suggestions that are readily accepted by another. Number 3, verb meaning to spellbind, or to put into sleep-like state during which suggestions are readily accepted. And number 4, a noun meaning the act, practice, or science of inducing this sleep-like state. All right, Joshua.
For number 1, we have nothing. For number 2, we have nothing. For number 3, we have hypnosis, rather. And for number 4, we have nothing.
All right, I'm afraid those are not correct. All right, Mackenzie, anything for any of them?
Yes, so number 1 we have a hypnode. For number 2 we have hypnosis. For number 3 we have hypnotize. And for number 4 we have hypnotism.
And 2, 3, and 4 were all correct. Hypnotic. Hypnotic was number 1. All right. All right, our next toss-up question is events of 2012. 2012's Hurricane Sandy was the deadliest and most destructive of the season, and the second costliest in U.S. history. What states did it make landfall on and severely damage? Mackenzie.
New York and New Jersey.
That is correct. All right, Southwest, here are your 4 bonus questions. Identify each of the following concerning events of 2012. Number 1, civilization which created the Mesoamerican long count calendar that ended on December 21st. Number 2, the century's second and last solar transit of what planet occurred on June 5th and 6th? Number 3, Lonesome George died at Galapagos National Park, making what subspecies extinct? And number 4, the country in which explosions at a munitions dump killed at least 250 in its capital of Brazzaville, located on the Congo River. All right, Mackenzie.
For number 1 we have the Mayas. For number 2, Mars. And for number 4, the Congo.
Okay, number 1 and number 4 are correct. All right. Hunters Creek, anything for number 2 or number 3?
For number 2, we have Pluto, and we have nothing for number 3.
Okay, I'm afraid that's incorrect. The planet was Venus, was what we're looking for. And number 3, the Pinta Island tortoise went extinct with the death of Lonesome George. All right, next we have an English toss-up question for you. Which English word is the equivalent of chef d'oeuvre in French? This word also designates the piece of work an artisan of the Middle Ages had to produce to qualify as a skilled craftsman. Frank, right as the bell rang?
A masterpiece?
That is correct. All right, Southwest, here are your 4 bonus questions. Identify the following words associated with the Middle Ages. Number 1, association of men in the same craft or trade organized to establish standards and protect the interests of their members. Number 2, highly skilled workmen or craftsmen who, as a full member of this association, supervised younger workers. Number 3, one who was legally bound to learning a skill or trade, working under the guidance of a skilled craftsman. Number 4, a worker who, after learning a skill or trade, was then certified to work for another skilled craftsman and be paid for his work. All right, Mackenzie.
For number 3 we have apprentice. After number 4 we have artist.
Number 3 is correct. Joshua, anything for 1, 2, or 4?
For number 1, we have workforce, and we don't have anything else.
All right, I'm afraid that's incorrect. Number 1 was a guild. Number 2 is a master. And number 4 is a journeyman. Journeyman. All right, next we have a math question for you again. And just as we've done in our previous round, read it twice and have some extra time to come up with an answer. What is the prime factorization of 84? Again, what is the prime factorization of 84? All right, I'm afraid nobody got in time. 2 times 2 times 3 times 7. All right, next we have a trivia question for you. Give the first and, we are out of time. We won't be able to get to that question, so we are going to wrap it up right there. And that ends our second round. Please stay tuned for our lightning round coming up next. We'll be right back with our score after this break.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Welcome back to the Middle School Academic Derby Lightning Round. The score at the end of our second round is Hunters Creek 12 and Southwest 22. Let's meet our new team members, starting with Hunters Creek.
Olivia Ponji, 7th grade.
And now our new play.
Shock, 6th grade.
Brittany Henson, 7th grade.
Here we go. All right, now for our lightning round, we're going to be asking a series of 20 questions in 2 minutes. You must wait until I call your name to give us an answer, and incorrect answers will give points to the other team. So do keep that in mind as we go through this round. Also, be sure to speak nice and clear and loud so that we can hear your answers when I call your name to give us one. I will tell you that all of the answers for the questions in this lightning round begin with the letter W. The letter W. If you're ready, go ahead and pick up your ringers and let's begin. The portrait in gray and black number 1 is whose mother? Time. Saxophone, clarinet, and flute are what type of instruments? Brevin.
Woodwind.
Correct. Sherlock Holmes's friend, Dr. Brandon.
Watson.
Correct. Helps a bird fly? Mackenzie.
Wings.
Correct. What land did Alice visit? Brevin.
Wonderland.
Correct. State Mount Rainier is located? Mackenzie.
Wyoming.
Incorrect. Nope, don't ring in, Olivia. We're going to go on to the next question. State whose capital is Madison? Mackenzie.
Wisconsin.
Correct. Program in Office 365? Mackenzie.
Wood.
That's correct. Village in The Grinch? Brevin.
Whoville.
Correct. Sheep are sheared for this? Mackenzie.
Wool.
Correct. Ground Zero? Mackenzie.
World Trade Center.
Correct. A spider weaves one of these? Brevin.
Web.
Correct. American poet with initials WW? Time. Winkin, Blinken, and Nod sailed off in a? Time. Official residence of the U.S. President? Mackenzie.
White House.
Correct. State next to Virginia? Holland.
I didn't ring it.
Time. Ring of greenery used as a door decoration? Mackenzie.
A wreath.
Correct. The early bird catches the? Brevin.
Worm.
Correct. Little yellow bird on the cartoon Peanuts? Brittany.
Woodstock.
Correct. And chief administrator of a prison? Mackenzie.
Warden.
Correct. All right, that's our 20 questions. We had a few we didn't get. Let's go back and take a look at that. The portrait in gray and black number 1 is better known as Whistler's mother. Whistler's mother. Let's see, State Mount Rainier is located is Washington. Washington, you were close, but just a little off there. Let's see, Walt Whitman is our American poet, WW. Wooden Shoe, Winkin, Blinken, and Nod sailed off in. West Virginia is that state next to Virginia. And Woodstock, we got that one. All right, that is all the questions, and that is everything for our lightning round, and we'll be right back with our final score after this break.
Calls me googly eyes.
You know you're beautiful, right? You know that?
Even you are beautiful. I got bullied for wearing glasses. Share if you're against bullying.
We put it out there, just took off. 3 million people have shared this post. Don't let bullies get you down. I stand with you. My whole family's wearing glasses. I wear glasses and I'm proud.
I even have the army on my team.
All the kind comments brought my child joy. I don't feel thank you is enough.
Next.
Welcome back. Our final score for today's match is Hunters Creek 28 and Southwest 40. We'd like to thank everybody for watching and ask you to please stay tuned for our next match featuring Newbridge Middle School and Northwoods Park Middle School. Thank you.